Bikini Chef. I'm with my co-host Denise Flattabo. It's all sponsored by Flattabo Automotive Group of Irvine. Today we're on the road. We're actually just outside the KBC studios here in Los Angeles, and we're with VELLA Pizza Joe Boness, and he has his mobile pizza oven. It's fantastic, and if you were joining us in the last segment, we learned a little bit about the pizza dough that he's making, but I think we learned somewhat about the pizza oven and how you got started, Joe. But before we taste the pizza, I know, Denise, you're drooling over there. You're dying to taste the pizza. But I want to hear, you said this was, this pizza oven that you have is special made.
It is. A gentleman, an Italian gentleman in Santa Barbara, whose father was a mason. He was a chemical engineer, came to Santa Barbara and started making ovens.
Oh.
So it's a very, very authentic, old world, traditional style, hand cut, brick by brick, tile placed piece by piece on a solid piece of granite, which keeps the base of the oven very warm and makes the oven very mobile.
It does make it very mobile, and so you were telling us that that oven is how hot?
900 degrees.
900 degrees.
Don't touch it.
So that is really hot. And how hot does it, I mean, can it go? Is that the maximum?
That's pretty much the maximum.
Wow.
I like to keep it about 800, 850. Right now it's a little bit hotter than normal, so the pizzas are cooking in about 30 seconds.
So now at home in our traditional oven, I think my oven goes to like 500 degrees or something. So our pizzas aren't going to come out as good as yours then.
Right. It's kind of the trick in a Neapolitan pizza because the oven is so hot. Like, it's very difficult to make a French baguette in an oven at home because you don't get the crust or the crumb or things like that because you don't have steam injection or... So it's actually the technique, how you're making it, does change the pizza.
Oh, okay. So this is very different from like a Chicago-style pizza, which is going to be made at an entirely different temperature.
Yeah, it's almost a different food product.
Wow. I know.
Yeah, this is a very, very small percentage of pizza in this country is being made this way, but it's only growing and it's only becoming more popular.
Now you take your mobile pizza oven all over Southern California, right?
That's true.
Yes.
I like private and corporate catering is the best.
Private and corporate catering. Okay. You're going to have them at Flathead. Yes, we're going to have them. We sell a lot of cars that day. Yep, we will. Okay, now you are a master Pizzaiolo. Pizzaiolo. How do you become a master Pizzaiolo? That's a hard word to say. I know.
Well, you get your hands on a master pizza maker in Italy, and then you go and you spend the time and you steal as much as you can from him.
You don't steal it. You learn as much.
Well,
as you know.
you're watching. You know, you're watching what you're doing and you're learning, but you're also watching and seeing what's going on and how he's doing everything. And if he's got something that he didn't tell you what to do, or you know, any good chef is stealing what they can from the chefs to find the secrets.
I call it sharing.
Sure.
We're not stealing, we're sharing.
Right, and that's why I give recipes, I give everything I have, I tell people exactly how I'm doing it.
Yes.
You know, because it takes the time and the practice and the commitment to it to actually get good at it.
Okay, now speaking of telling us how you're doing this, all right, so we made 2 pizzas here, so come over here a little bit. And so this one, tell us what was on the first one.
So this would be a white pizza. You know, there's no tomato sauce, just heirloom tomatoes, basil, and pecorino.
Those are my favorite kind. I didn't realize it was called a white pizza, but I'm kind of a no pizza sauce girl for some reason. I feel that that's more authentic Italian, or is that a misconception on my part?
Yeah, someone asked me the other day if the original pizza was, you know, if there's a tomato sauce or not, if it's a white or not. The tomato didn't come to Italy until Christopher Columbus found it in South America, brought it back to Spain, Italy, so they've only had the tomato for a few hundred years. So maybe the first pizza could be tomatoless pizza.
Yes, okay, tomatoless pizza. All right, and what was the cheese that you used here?
Fresh mozzarella.
Fresh mozzarella, and you make your own
important.
mozzarella.
I do.
Wow,
Yep.
wow.
Stretch the cheese, takes about 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
40 minutes? That's all? I'm thinking 40 days or something. Okay, and then we made this one. Now you called this one, you said this was more of an even more traditional Napolitano pizza.
Yeah. This pizza has tomato sauce, which is an organic San Marzano tomato, which they are now being grown in the valley.
Wow.
So they went to Italy and found a strain of San Marzano tomato, brought it back and they're growing it here organically.
Wow.
So of course it costs a little more, but the flavor is great. The balance of sugar and acid, and together with the fresh, flaky, fluffy crust and farmers market produce, you know.
I know.
And again, what is the name of the tomato?
San Marzano.
San Marzano.
Okay.
You've had them in your world travels. I know you have. But for years they were only in Italy.
Right.
Right. But now he says they're growing where?
In the valley.
In the valley.
Yeah. So
Everything's
yeah,
in the
originally from
valley.
the ashy soil of Pompeii.
To the ashy soil of the valley. Oh my gosh. Okay, and now some of the ingredients that you have all these wonderful farmers market fresh vegetables, but then you have all these delicious salts. So you have a smoked salt here, you have another smoked salt, we have an alderwood salt. Do you use these as finishing salts? Or?
Finishing only, yes.
Okay.
There's lots of things you can do, you know.
What's your favorite?
Probably just basil and maybe truffle and fresh cheese.
There can't go wrong with truffle and fresh cheese. Definitely. Now over here, let's move down this way a little bit. We have the traditional pizza dough, and then we have the gluten-free dough. So you can clearly see the difference. And I just want to share, they freaked out a little bit when I put the gluten-free in with the same batch as the non-gluten-free, because truly you don't combine them in the same tray.
Right. You wouldn't want, I mean, the whole gluten-free is that you're keeping the gluten and gliadin, the proteins that are in the wheat, out of this dough. And that's what people are intolerant to.
Right.
So
this dough is very fluffy, and this one's obviously very dense.
Right. So without the gluten, that's kind of the structure, the web in the dough. And that web will hold the air as the dough is fermenting and hold that and becomes puffy.
This almost looks more like a cookie dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it taste more like a cookie dough?
No, but there's a lot of gluten-free recipes out there.
Yes.
And so the difference between all of them is the ingredients that you put in. You know,
It's
people
very
will put
salty.
in rice flour. Some people will put in. I use potato and rice flour because your finished product then will taste, you know, closer to a regular pizza dough. If you want to use, you know, black bean flakes or whatever you're going to use.
Black bean flakes?
Yeah, whatever you're going to use.
This is the non-gluten-free.
Yeah, whatever you're going to use in your gluten-free is going to kind of taste like that. So
I see.
Keeping the flavor a little more simple with potato and white rice flour, it's going to be closer to a traditional pizza.
I see. Okay. Now, is this one going to cook differently?
It does look a little bit different. I mean, it doesn't like to rise up and puff as much, but the flavor is similar. I've had some people that can't even tell the difference.
Oh, really? We'll have to do a taste test. Oh my goodness. Now, how often do you get requests for gluten-free?
Not so much, but the market is, you know, 10 to 20% now. It's growing. I was at the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, the national convention, and it was the talk of everyone there. So it's at 20% of the market is looking for gluten-free.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big
Pizza
percent.
Expo?
Yeah.
I had no
There's
idea.
an expo for everything. I know. Okay, and then, so when do you do whole wheat as well, or?
No, I stick to the traditional.
Okay, so Neapolitan, they didn't believe in whole wheat.
No. They're very particular. They talk more about the power and the energy that's in the dough, and not so much, if it's some type of flour.
Right. Okay, so do you have any vision? We're speaking with Joe Boness, by the way, of VELLA Pizza, and he has his mobile pizza oven, and he goes all over Southern California with this mobile pizza oven. And he said he came up with the idea about 10 years ago when he saw it. So why did it take you so long? 10 years is a long time.
I was in fine dining, and it was a really hard adjustment to tell your friends and your family, oh, I'm deciding to make pizza. I know it sounds terrible, but it kind of is. You spend the money to go to culinary school, and then you get berated by French chefs for years, and you put in all your time, and then you just decide I'm going to make pizza. So, but
they said you were crazy.
Yeah. So, but when I decided to make pizza, I decided to make pizza.
You know, there's if you follow me on Twitter at all at the Bikini Chef, there's I have my favorite quote. And my favorite quote is, and don't ask me who said it, but it's my favorite quote.
You did.
And it says, "It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark." So, you know, you wanted to do pizza.
That's right.
And you're doing a great job at it. Yes. So I love it. Now, which was more fun, fine dining or pizza?
I would probably say pizza.
I think pizza sounds
I get to work outside. Yeah, it's a nice environment.
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't, it's a little more casual. It's sophisticated. Yeah, and you can have a nice salads, nice wine. It's great for wine parties, fresh roasted vegetables.
Yeah, where is our wine, Denise? We're missing our wine. No, we left it inside the studio. Okay, well, thank you so much. Where can people find you?
VELLAPizza.com.
VELLAPizza.com, VELLA. It's right here on his chef shirt there. VELLAPizza.com.
Or my name, Joseph Boness.
Joseph Boness. If we just
Facebook, of
Google
course.
that.
Sure.
Facebook. Are you on Twitter? Of course you are.
Yes, Instagram, Foursquare.
Everything. Well, thank you so much for coming out. I know the people at the studio are dying to try some, and we are too. So let's slice them up for us. Which one should we try first?
Try the warmer one.
There's a lot of heat coming off the oven, so I think they're both warm. Oh, I don't need a plate. I'm just gonna eat it.
Okay.
Okay, do I need a finishing salt?
Sure. Would you like some truffle?
I would love some truffle. Would you like some truffle, Denise? Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, grab one, Denise. Here we go.
Should I show you the traditional way of eating that?
Okay, sure. Show
Well,
us
traditionally, it
traditional
would
way of
be
eating.
with a knife and a fork.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm from the South. We don't use knives and forks.
Okay. But the second best way of eating a traditional pizza would be to fold it like
It
this.
is?
That's how my
Ready?
husband eats it.
Then you take one bite. There we go.
And that's it.
There we go.
What? No wonder they stay so bikini. They don't eat the rest. The whole.
Oh my god.
What? I
Oh
like
my
the fat, fluffy part.
This is really good. Really good.
Oh my god.
Very thin, very light.
And then you do all that, and I have to throw that away.
You don't have to. No.
Nope, I'm gonna keep it so bikini. I am. I'm gonna throw it away.
I'm gonna eat it.
Thank you, Joe Boness from VELLA Pizza. I'm Susan Irby, the Bikini Chef. Coming up next, we have our Bikini Chef recipe of the week, and it won't be as good as this pizza, I can promise you. Yes, we'll be right back with more Bikini Lifestyles on 790 KABC.